everyone, my name is Lynn and welcome to the English Linguist. I'm an ESL teacher, English second language from the United States of America. Currently I'm teaching in France and this is my classroom. I also teach English private lessons online, so I thought I'd make a nice introduction video for you because I realize that a lot of students are coming to this channel that don't take classes with me. Unless you are some of my students and you're not coming to this channel, welcome. A few years ago, I decided to become an English language teacher. I got started in 2018 teaching and living in Thailand. I was there for 2 years before I started teaching English online with a Chinese English company. So I was at that company for about 3 years. I came back to the United States. I taught at a local university, and from there I decided to go private or independent. So right now I'm currently teaching on italki, and I'm making the transition to YouTube so that I can start making videos for people who can't always afford private English lessons or who need extra help on grammar, as well as for myself, because it's easier to create one video and share these with my students for grammar, for spelling, for anything that I can think of at the moment, and then we can work more on independent conversation in class. But this is now the second time that I've moved out of the country specifically to teach English. It has been quite a journey. Technically, I'm not teaching, I am assisting in France. There's a program that I'm a part of that I'll go into more detail in the future. But this past weekend, I recently moved again. So I was living at a house and then I moved to an apartment. So I didn't have enough time to create a regular video, but a little bit about my experiences now in France. I teach at a local high school right outside of Paris. So I'm in a suburb of Paris called Créteil, and I teach primarily, I assist the English teachers here teaching, it's called Première and Terminale. So that would be students who are about ages 16 to 18 years old. It's been a very interesting journey. I had 2 classes this morning and I'll have 2 classes this afternoon, and then I don't have to work tomorrow, and I work with my online students. One of the primary reasons that I chose to come to France and teach or assistant teach is the reality that I speak French as my second language, but I'm not fluent. I've currently passed the DELF, and that is at a B1 level, so I'm probably speaking wise, or actually overall, because you have your 4 skills, reading, writing, listening, and speaking, I'm somewhere between a B1 and a B2. My reading is really good, but my listening skills in French are, I passed B1, so I'm at least at a B1 level. But one of the biggest things, one of the most important things that I emphasize to my students is that you have to practice and you have to keep going no matter how much you think you're terrible at your language. And in order for me to be the best teacher that I can possibly be, in my personal opinion, is to put myself in my students' shoes. And that is literally taking myself out of my comfort zone, living in the United States, speaking my language of English, and actually going and being in the country of the language that I am learning, which is French. Now, if you remember from earlier, I did talk about how I lived and taught in Thailand. I can speak a little bit of Thai, but I'm nowhere near my level of French. So when I went to Thailand, I barely spoke any Thai. I don't speak very much Thai today, but my French level's much, much, much higher. And it is recommended that if you want to excel at your second language or whatever language you're learning, you need to immerse yourself in that culture and that country or that language. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in France right now, kind of sort of attempting to immerse myself. Being an English teacher in a foreign country is a little bit more challenging because my job itself is to teach English. So while I'm at the school, that's all I do is speak English. But there are times when I do utilize French at the school. Anytime that I'm outside of the school, I'm only speaking in French unless I'm speaking with another English speaker. So anytime that I go to Paris, which is literally just a 20 to 30-minute train ride away, so I go there every weekend. I'm always practicing French. I've gone to French theater. I've done, no, I haven't gone to any movies in French, but I go out to eat all the time so I can speak French. But again, it's becoming more comfortable with the language, utilizing the language. And this is a great opportunity for me as a teacher to see and experience what my students are going through. Because it's, on one hand, it's easy to teach English. It's not easy to teach English, but it's if you have the skills to teach English, then it's easy. But it's not super easy putting yourself in the shoes of another student if you're not speaking another language yourself. So again, I'm not fluent, but I can communicate in a second language, and I'm constantly improving my second language. But this is really putting into my mind and my mental space what my students are going through, what fears they're going through. There's things that I don't love about learning French. I do get scared to speak French. I do have to practice certain things before I say them. When it comes to watching movies, watching film, I know that you, as a student learning English, don't understand everything. Unless you're at a much higher level, there's a good chance you're only understanding 30%, 50%, 70%, and that's okay. The videos that I want to make on this channel are going to range from just regular teaching material. So I've got my foundation course slowly building over time. I want to create some vlogs that I can share with you with my experiences, but also I want to introduce you to culturally appropriate things in the United States, as well as the language of English, because language itself, no matter if you're learning English, French, Mandarin Chinese, it doesn't matter. There is an element of culture. So I would like to share that with you as the viewer, as a student, as a potential student, as just maybe even another English teacher. I don't know. If you're watching this video, thank you for making it to the end. Comment down below if there's videos that you want me to create. If you have questions, let me know where you're from. I'm very, very curious. But thanks for being here, and again, welcome to my classroom. I would love to talk a little bit more in the future about my experiences in France, but as of right now, I'm still getting a little bit settled into my new place. I've got some vacation time coming up, so a little bit of traveling, and then I also teach online. So I'm not making 1,000 videos in a year. My goal is to make 1 video a week. So let's do that, and let's be proactive. And I hope to see you guys next time. And again, welcome to this channel. It's nice to meet you, even though I can't see you. Have a great day. Bye.